Okay, YouTube. Thank you again for coming to join me at Maddie Makes. Today we have pizza. And the reason, I know there are a million recipes out there for pizza, of course there are. But I thought I'd share this one with you today. I've been making this pizza since my children were little. And the reason I started making it like this is two things. One, I don't like thick crust pizza. That was the first reason. And then two, I had three little people who always wanted their pizza different, and they always wanted to help. So it was a great way for me to make them an individualized pizza and also allow them to help. So here we have our cast of characters, as they would say, and we're going to start this piece off with an extra large burrito shell. So that's what I have here. This is what we've been making our pizzas on forever and a day. These extra large burrito shells, and you don't have to get extra large. If you have a little kid, a toddler, then don't get this one, get a smaller one. Okay, they have them in all kinds of sizes, but today I'm feeding the big dogs, so all those little kids I spoke of, they're all grown up now, and so the little ones won't be enough for them, so I use the bigger shells. Okay, so that's the first thing that you're going to need is a burrito shell. The next thing that we have here we have, and I'm just going to point them out for you. My son Austin, he's very, he likes not your normal pizzas, okay? So he wants a barbecue and pineapple pizza today. So that's what I'm making. So that's what we have here going on. So here I have, this is just some garlic, minced garlic and olive oil, okay? I'm not going to try to give you the measurements. I mean, I can tell you what I used here. I used about a fourth of a cup of olive oil, and I used about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of minced garlic. Okay, but this is something you got to eye. It just depends on how many pizzas you're making. Today I happen to be making 4, so I need a little bit extra. Okay, because I'm pretty generous with that. Here we just have pineapples. I just got the canned pineapples. I got the small can, you guys, the 8-ounce can, because again, he's the only one who really likes the barbecue chicken pizza, so I got the small can of pineapple. And we don't want the juice, we just want the pineapple. I just store the rest because we like pineapple for the most part around here, so we'll eat that, the rest that was in that little 8-ounce can. And in here, I picked his favorite barbecue sauce. His favorite barbecue sauce is Sweet Baby Ray's, but he also likes a little spice. So in here I have about a third of a cup of Sweet Baby Ray, and then I have about, I would say about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of sriracha sauce. He likes the sriracha in there, makes it kind of spicy for him. And here we have rotisserie chicken. You guys, I don't invent the wheel, reinvent the wheel. This was real easy. I went to the deli at my local grocery store. They have a hot deli counter. I actually bought a half of a rotisserie chicken, but I don't need a half of a rotisserie chicken, so I just took the chicken breast and I chopped it up or pulled it apart, and I added a little bit of that Sweet Baby Ray's to it, okay? You don't even need the whole breast. It just depends on how much chicken you want on your pizza. Then I would prefer red onions, but clearly today when I went to go pick up the onions, I picked up the wrong one. So we're gonna have white onions, and that's fine. And then we have our little brush here. This is just our brush for the garlic and the pizza sauce. You can use a spoon if you don't have a brush. And then I add a little bit of Italian seasoning or oregano. I didn't have any oregano today, so I went with Italian seasoning, and that's fine for me. I also like a little salt. I use sea salt, that's just what I use, but any salt will do. If you, and you feel free not to add the salt. I don't add a lot. I add probably like a half a teaspoon, but it does add to the flavor as far as I'm concerned. So I did forget to tell you guys that you do need a pizza pan, okay? This is my pizza pan. It's old, it's nothing fancy. I wasn't gonna buy a new one for a video. We're good. So here's our burrito shell, here's our pizza, our pizza pan. And all I do is I take some of this garlic. The first step for me is this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this in an oven on 375 until it starts to brown very slightly. very slightly. It probably will not take more than 4 minutes, but I'm going to actually time it for you today so that I'll have an exact answer. Okay, so your oven, my oven is already preheated at 375, and I'm going to stick this in the oven, and then I'll be right back to you. Looks like. So I actually timed it, and it was 5.5 minutes. But again, I want to point out here the nice little brownie. But these puff up, okay? It's real easy. The burrito shells puff up, so you just let the air out. Just let the air out. So when it's time to, they'll deflate, okay, in the cooking process. But that's how I like mine. If you want yours a little darker, you can leave it in a little bit longer. But again, I have to put this pizza back in the oven so that I can cook it. So, we'll move. And remember, we have the barbecue and sriracha sauce, okay? So, we're just gonna, the other thing is that my family doesn't like a lot of sauce. So we don't, this is all up to you how much you want to put on it, okay? But this is, you know, enough sauce for my family. Especially on this pizza because it also has the meat has the sauce on it, okay? So here we have our chicken, that barbecue chicken, and I'm just putting that on there. My son is 6'1" and 200 and some pounds, so guess what? He likes his pizza to, you know, be hefty. So it might look like a lot, but this is what I'm making for him. And he is a big eater. Don't get me wrong, y'all. He get his exercise on too. He walk every day. Put next our little, a few onions on there. Now you're probably wondering, where's the cheese? First of all, let me admit that I forgot to put it in our little cast of characters. I forgot that part. But we are going to use cheese, okay? We don't like our cheese on top of the sauce. We like our cheese on top of the ingredients. You can do it however you want to do it. It's just how we do it over here. This is the way we like it, okay? And so the last thing that we're going to add to our pizza, we got is onions on there. And then we're going to stick that pineapple on there. I know folks might be saying, ew, pineapple, but y'all, I'm a picky person sometimes, but even me, it tastes good. It's good with the pineapple on it. And it was my son who got me to try it because he tries everything. He is not shy about trying things, okay? Our cheese, and get this, you guys, he doesn't like mozzarella cheese, so don't look for that. He likes cheddar cheese. And so this is just cheddar cheese. And the other thing he doesn't like is a lot of cheddar cheese. When he was little, I would have to order, this is how I started making these individual pieces. He would always make me order a pizza when he was little with half of the pizza with no cheese because he didn't like cheese. So as he's gotten older, you guys, he can deal with cheese a little bit, okay? Certain forms of cheese. I know he likes nacho cheese sauce, but he's not really big on this kind of cheese, like this grated cheese. But he will eat it on his pizza. So, but he doesn't care for mozzarella because of the consistency. It's too thick for him, okay? So he likes the cheddar. That's what the mama puts on it for him is the cheddar, all right? And with that said, we're going to add just a dash of our Italian seasoning. Let me show you how much a dash is, okay? Can you see? I hope y'all can see. Look, that's a dash for me, okay? It's not a whole lot. I'm going to probably, yeah, I'm going to use it up. And I'm going to sprinkle that on his pizza. And then, as for this, we talked about that salt earlier. That salt is just that much salt, not even probably, well, I will. So what was that, like 1/4 of a teaspoon? That's probably what that was, okay? And so for our purposes here, this is what is his barbecue chicken and pineapple pizza. Now I'm going to put this back in the oven, and this is to melt is probably going to take about a good 12 minutes. So we'll come back when it's done, and I will tell you exactly how long it took, and we'll take a look at the end product. Okay, thanks. Okay, YouTube family, this is the end result. So what I found out was that I turned up the heat a little bit on the oven to about 400 for about 10 minutes. And it probably won't, I'm sorry, that's just my alarm going off. It probably won't even take 10 minutes at 400 because I started off at 375 and I moved to 400. So whatever you choose, make sure that you are watching it, okay? Because you don't want it to burn. So just keep peeking in the oven to see what's going on. But this is the end result. And I'm going to let it cool off for a minute, and then I'm going to get it all chopped up for my son. So I hope you like this video. If you do, thumbs up, click subscribe, and I'll keep trying to bring you more videos. Bye.